Now I will start with Namaskar Saptak, that is salutation to our God Shri Ram in 7 different ways. Shri Ram करते हैं हम वंदना, नत सिर बारंबार, तुझे देव परमात्मन, मंगल शिव शुभकार. Again and again I bend bow, again and again I bend low, salute to thee, my Lord. Thou art giver of good, happiness and all concord. In all humility and deference, I prostrate myself again and yet again before thee, the provider of benediction, happiness, peace, serenity, and auspiciousness. अंजलि परमस्तक किए, विनय भक्ति के साथ, नमस्कार मेरा तुझे, होवे जग के नाथ. With deep devotion, humility, forehead on folded hands, I salute to thee, O Lord of all the worlds and lands. With folded hand, the head bowed in reverence, and heart overwhelmed with humility and deference, O Lord of universe, I salute thee. दोनों कर को जोड़ कर, मस्तक घुटने टेक, तुझको हो प्रणाम मम, शत शत कोटि अनेक. I let my knees to ground, I clasp my hands, bend bow, accept my salutations, Lord, many million times I bow. With folded hands, kneeling and bowing my head, I pray and pray, thou my most devout obeisance. पाप हरण मंगल करण, चरण शरण का ध्यान, धार करूं प्रणाम मैं, तुझको शक्ति निधान. Savior from sin, giver of peace, my mind upon thy feet, I bow to thee, thou art of strength, the source and seat. Knowing you to be Redeemer, Benefactor, I bow before thee, O omnipotent Lord. भक्ति भाव शुभ भावना, मन में भर भरपूर, श्रद्धा से तुझको नमो, मेरे राम हजूर. With deep devotion, aspiration, with head, with heart overflowing with love, with reverence, I bow to thee, Sri Ram, my Lord of love. With a spiritual dedication and a heart full of devotion, reverence, and lofty thoughts, and complete faith, I bow and remember thee, my venerable Lord Ram. ज्योतिर्मय जगदीश है, तेजोमय अपार, परम पुरुष पावन परम तुझको हो नमस्कार. The light of worlds, Lord of lords, King of glory, infinite divinity, Supreme Being, Holy Spirit, I pay homage to thee. Light of all lights and fountainhead of all energies, O Supreme Being that purifies and sanctifies all, I lie before you in deference. सत्य ज्ञान आनंदमय परम धाम श्री राम, पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे, होवे बहुत प्रणाम. पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे, कोटि कोटि प्रणाम. Thou art the highest abode of truth, knowledge, joy, and light. Salutations to thee again and again, with heart full of delight. Overwhelmed with ecstasy, I bow again and again before thee, Sri Ram, the sacred embodiment of existence, consciousness, absolute bliss. Here Sri Ram has been hailed as Supreme Soul, who is the source, abode as well as indweller of all beings, the imperishable and infinite Brahma Swarup. So in this way, we have paid our salutations to our Lord in 7 different ways. Now we will start, and this is known as Namaskar Saptak. In all the possible ways, I have saluted our Divine Mother, that is Lord Sri Ram. In last class, we have discussed that the joy which is ephemeral, it cannot last longer and is not eternal. So a person should not rush for joy. This life is not made for joy. So we are discussing about the evolutionary outlook on life book as written by our Swami Ramanand. So first chapter is life, and about life we are here discussing why the life has been restored to us by our master of evolution, by our divine mother. So the life is not given to us for joy and fun, because joy cannot last longer. Joy is perishable. If we go for joy, then we cannot enjoy it for a longer time, because our nerves loses its senses for any physical, material, and substantial kind of joys. And when they lose nerve, then you may think that you may go for some other kind of physical material or some other joy or some other comfort. But uh, any kind of joy cannot last longer, because as it is the extreme state, it is the extreme state of the life, where the life cannot stay longer, like the pendulum cannot stay longer at its extreme end. If spring is stressed, then under stressed condition it cannot stay longer, so it will reassert and get compressed, then again oscillate, and ultimately it come to its static position, that is its normal length. So anything cannot stay at its extreme condition. So if you are going for joy, then you are also getting equal amount of sorrow with it. So whatever amount of joy is in your life, the equal amount of sorrow is always with you in your life. If you are happy for some physical word or for some physical reasons, then you will be getting sorrow for some other physical reason in equal amount. The saint is that person who is neither affected by joy nor affected by any sorrowness. If you are happy after getting $1,000 in a lottery, then just uh, keep in mind that after losing $1,000, in some case, you will feel equal amount of sorrow. So joy and sorrow both are ephemeral, they cannot last longer. So the person who is at the center, that means the person who is at equal length from joy and sorrow, who is at equal length from victory and loss, who is at equal length from all the events and odds, that is called as sthit pragya. That is the person who is equilibrium. That person sees both the extreme ends but not affected by any of its end. So when we are oscillating, when the pendulum comes from one extreme end to other extreme end, then every time it passes through the central equilibrium position where the sthit pragya stays. So, and that is the position of joy. So every time from happiness we go to sorrow. A person laughs, then weeps, then weeps, then laughs, and every time he passes through or she passes through the middlemost position where the divine happiness exists. So for getting that divine happiness for a moment of time, he is oscillating from joy to sorrow and sorrow to joy, complete life. So, but that is the ultimate goal we have to achieve. That should be our ultimate situation, our state of mind, that we should see joy and sorrow both, but should not pursue for it because these are short life. So Swamiji says, you are pursuing for joy, but joy cannot last longer. You are mistaken. You are heeding for troubles. Pain follows pleasure as night follows day. As in similar manner, after joy, it is dead sure that there will be sorrow, and after every day there will be night. So, if a pleasure is prolonged, then nerve loses the sensibility about it. So you may think that okay, we will not pursue for joy or any other physical amenities. We Then you may think that you may rise above your brethren. You may struggle to be superior than your brethren and to be greater, wiser than your fellowmanship. This is seemingly a noble thought, and it looks nobler to be that life should be mean for this, that we should be greater than, like Alexander has done the complete ex, uh, expended the complete life for being superior than the all persons of the world, to win all the persons, to win various territories. But his life is bestowed to us for this purpose only. Now, it betrays the understanding of life. It is a kind of deceiving. We are deceiving ourselves because desire is poor mistress to serve. Any kind of desire is poor mistress to serve. It cannot be satiated. So we are pursuing after desire, then earlier in initial stage, we are the willing victim of it. So it looks very good to pursue about desire, to get something, to think about that our son, our daughter may get or achieve something, and we are working day and night for it. But it can never be satiated. It cannot be satisfied, and it has no ends. Like I have earlier also said, the minister asked from Alexander that after winning all the territories of world, what will you do? Then he has warned minister don't ask such questions, because I uh, get uncomfortable with such conditions. So the person, the desire can never be fulfilled. The persons in America and other rich countries, they have one flat. Now what they can do, they have car, they have all facilities. Now they are going for two flats, and after two flats they think that they will make land some in other planets or other satellite. So is it meaningful to waste our life for such useless purposes? So we should limit our desire, and better it is to live without desire, because desire is a poor mistress to serve. In initial stage we are a willing victim of it, and after that its iron tentacles binds us, and we can now never get free from it. So uh, we should escape from it. So why should you think of being greater and shiner above your brethren? You think, in fact, there is none equal to you in the world. You are fearless. That is your ego befooling you. So our ego is befooling you that you are superior. Your spark, your soul is superior than the soul of other human being. But our master of evolution, our divine mother, has given the spark to all, the part of his divinity to all in equal amount, and everybody is as his son and daughter. So we should not satiate or satisfy our ego simply by attempting rising above our brethren. So beware, it is league with that demoness desire. So when you are doing so, your league, your competition is with that demoness desire. So you cannot win, and the demoness desire will always win in such cases. So do not fall off prey of the desire, because desire, when we desire something. So it is the verse 62 of chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita. So when you go or when you think of something, ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसा संगस्तेषु उपजायते संगात संजायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So when we think of some physical amenities, when we think that our son, our daughter may achieve this thing, or I myself will achieve this thing. So if we are working for this purpose, that I will achieve this goal, then dhyayato vishyan punsa sangasteshu pujayate. So after thinking, we are get attached to that desire. So we get attached to that desire, and after that, we want to achieve that thing, because earlier we were thinking about some sweets or some cakes or something, anything. Then we get attached to it, and after thinking, we want to get it. So, and after that, ध्यायतो विषयान पुंसा संगस्ते सुपजायते संगात संजायते कामा. So after getting desire for it, we have a tendency to achieve it, and when we are not getting it, then the angerness arises in us. Sangat sanjayate kama kamat krodho vijayate. The angerness, the failure is expressed in form of angerness. If your some desire of the life is not fulfilled, then naturally an angerness arises in us. After angerness, kamat krodho vijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. So after angerness, we are unable to think what is right, what is wrong. So our jurisdiction get biased. So we cannot think properly about the path which is correct for us. Sanjat sanjayate kama kamat krodho vijayate krodhat bhavati sammoha. sammohat smriti vibrama, when our mind cannot justify that means decide properly, then after that our mind get corrupted, and after the mind is corrupted, our humanity, our nature, everything is corrupted. So hence we should not pursue for desire. Then for what purpose we should work if we should not work for desire? That means the work should be in pious form, like our we are working at home. So and it is our epitopsy. Wherever we are kept, it is the as per the syllabus of our school of evolution. The life where we are and the world is a school of evolution, and the syllabus given to us is by our master of evolution, that is our divine Lord, by Sri Ram. It has been given to us. So where we are, it is our epitopsy. That is the proper place, the proper syllabus. We should not think of any other syllabus that would that I be in that home, would that I be the wife of that person, or would that I be the wife of a king or some Solomon. We should not think of this, and would that our son have achieved that goal. So such kind of thing you should not think. Whatever you do it with full devotion. Whatever you do it for your master of evolution. Whatever you do it for purification of soul and achieving your divine mother, and to sit in divine mother's lap, not for any other physical desire, not to achieve any physical goal. If we were to achieve any physical work, then that work binds us. The same work is same, we are working, our work is same, but the work may bind us and the work also can free us. So when we are working for our sake of our son, for sake of our daughter, that my son or my daughter may achieve greater than me, then such kind of goal pursuing desire, that is karmanyavadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karma phal heturbhu mate sangostu akarmani. So we have right of work, but we have no right about the goal attached to it, because at sometimes we are working hard, but during the day of examination we may get late due to certain reasons. So many times we see that at the end of achieving goal, our powers are helpless and we cannot achieve it. So we should work, and our work should be oriented to God. Our work should be as offering to God. It should not get wasted for some physical desire. That your work will be nobler. That means if you are giving some cup of tea or a glass of water to your husband or your wife, then just have a mind that you are giving, you are serving some person which is bestowed or employed for your purification, to make you pristine, to make you knave. So the person deployed around us is the syllabus allotted to us. So are you tearing your books when you are in a class? No, you are keeping it with love. So, and you are seeing with happiness. In the similar manner, whatever persons are around you, it is a group of nurses, doctors, and they are for treating you. This is your pre-allotted syllabus, and that is the correct syllabus. As per our class, we have passed from many caste and creeds, many religions, many genders, male, female, transgenders, many planets. So we have taken experience of all, and it is all by the widest vision of our master of evolution. And where we are at present currently, it is by we are kept here as per our syllabus by our master of evolution. So there should be not any ifs and buts, and we should not have our own whims and fancies that we should be allotted to, or any doubt that we should be allotted to that chapter because he is a doctor, and if I would be a doctor then it would be better. No, the syllabus is as per the sequence of your evolution. So whatever you are learning at the present stage, learn it happily. When you overcome the current situation and bypass the situation, whatever questions may simpler or difficult, if you solve it happily under the school of our divine mother, that is master of evolution, then that question will not come across you again. So whatever syllabus husband children's are given to you, just think about that they are bestowed, they are serving you to purify you. It is a nobler vision. So our work should not be to achieve a goal for them, because our master has already sanctioned a goal for them. What is their syllabus? Physical goal have no meaning, that getting somebody some monetary benefit, being engineer, it has no meaning. The some divine goal is behind us, that is from our master of evolution, to make us purify, to just decay our previous thoughts, and to purify our spark, make it divine, and after that just merge with the master divine spark. So in this way our work should be free from any desire. So if we are giving a glass of water to our husband, then we should think that we are serving, we are living in the temple of our divine mother. We are serving to those deities of our divine mother. So our divine mother is so compassionate that she has bestowed so many persons to us. So we will work with more commitment, then we are more committed, because when we are going to temple, then due to our reverence, we are working with more concentration, more happiness, and with full power of us. In the similar manner, in the temple where we are living, the room, the house where we are living, the deities with which we are surrounded, so if we are serving for them without getting tempted, don't think that you are a contractor here, which who is hoisted by your master of the. You are not a contractor, and you have not been given a contract of making your children a doctor, engineer, or mason, or something else which you want to. You are not a contractor. Every thread is in the hand of God, and he or she better knows what to do for whom. So the things which are achieved in this world does not matter much more, because at the end of our life, the physical achievement, the total mathematics of every person becomes zero. So it does not mean much that what we are achieving. The mathematics of Alexander was also zero, and the other saint who has achieved nothing but was in the feet of God was also zero. But at the spiritual ladder, they are at different rungs. So our work should be free from any desire. It should be devoted to God. So the same water which is given to our husband, if you are thinking that you are doing for your husband, then that work, that kind of work is of corrupted nature if it is attached with goal. And if it is for your evolution, you are serving your master, then it is the pious, and it will free you from all the bindings. So the iron tentacles of the desire which has bound you will be freed when you work for your evolution, when you work for going in higher and higher class. And we should not see with lower with humiliation to low persons at lower rungs. So some persons at the spiritual ladder are at lower ranks, some are at upper end. So if we are at upper end and some others are at higher ranks in the ladder of evolution, some persons are studying in kindergarten, some are at 5th or 6th class, and some are PG, the postgraduate. So everybody, we were at the some state of life, we were at the lower ranks. So just have compassion with them. They are working, they are thinking, they are acting as per their spiritual stage. Do not act or think or take it granted other persons as per their mental stage or some chronological stage. There is also a spiritual age. So as per the spiritual age, every person is reacting in life. So be compassionate and also allow our brethren to rise. Do not laugh if somebody is reading A, B, C, D in the lower class of kindergarten, because in that case, that person who is at lower rank will be helpless, cannot do, and it is also not fruitful for us, because we were also at the same stage at certain span of our this life or other life. So there are a sequence of life and syllabus which is given to us by our master of evolution. Now know that you cannot stand apart from rest of humanity. You need learn more of sympathy. You must have more love for creatures of your Lord. This that you think of is the road of tyranny. So if you are trying to heed or lead above your brethren, then it is a road of tyranny, which Taimur and Sikandar have followed and achieved nothing. So this is the road which the great conqueror Sikandar and Taimur took. Beware, it is ambition. So ambition is befooling you. So if somebody has run faster, then from the other end, he will call you, just you also run. Because here there is a happiness, then you start running. The other person, by after seeing you, starts running. So this kind of run and this kind of competition never ends, because our physical goal never make us or allow us to reach at certain finite conclusion. So do not run by seeing others that they are running. Be static at certain junction of time. Think that for what you are running, will you reach somewhere? So in this way we are saying, then we will get at logical conclusion. तब हम ये देख लेंगे कि हम किस logical conclusion पर पहुंचे हैं. So today we have learned that we should work for our evolution, and our work should not be oriented with some purpose. Our God is there, who is seeing what is better for their childs. Our childs are their childs. We are only a mediator. Every person is the student of God. So we should not be the contractor of those. Serve for the God to those your child. If you are cooking food, then you think that you are cooking food for the children of that divinity. If you are serving your husband, then you think you are serving for the children of that divinity. Should not think or act like you are working them so that they achieve better. Whatever is better is already known to our Divine Mother better. Due to our short vision, we tempt to conclude that they may achieve this, they should achieve this, but our vision does not work, and it is also not in our hand that what the other persons are achieving. The next breath is not in our hand. So if you need some extra breath, then a person who is dying is in his best capacity to take extra breath. When the next breath is not in our hand, then what to think about our goal and the goals of our children and husband. So it is better to work, to get refined, to be divine, and meet with our ultimate mother. So it was all about the next stranger of life, that is, we should not rush to be greater than our brethren. So it is time of questionnaire. So if you are having some question, then you may ask.
Everyone, please feel free to ask Shiv Kumar Bhaiya any questions that you have. This is the best time to reach out to him.
Somebody is having any doubt about life or whatever is stated today, uh, anything from related to life, day to day life, anything can be asked. And the Namaskar Saptak or the salutation in 7 different ways, which I have already explained, is a thing by which we start our meditation or spiritual track. So this is we are saying in routine. So anybody is having any doubt?
Bhaiya, thank you for the class today.
Okay, now
So,
I will include it. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् न तो हम कामये राज्यं न स्वर्गं न पुनर्भवं कामये दुःखतप्तानां प्राणिनामार्तनाशनं त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द त्वदिष्टं भवतु गोविन्द न तुमदिष्टं पाहि मां रक्ष मां तेरी इच्छा पूर्ण हो मां हम सब तेरी शरण में श्री राम
धन्यवाद शिव कुमार भैया।
thank you, Bhaiya.
राम
Okay.
राम।
Thank you, everyone.
धन्यवाद।